everyone. So, welcome back. Happy Easter. That's when I'm making this. I might not upload till tomorrow because it probably will be a really long video, but I did a poll on the community post on which ones you wanted to see. 50% so far voted for post-quarantine, but then like right behind it is career reading, and I do want to take a nice little break from always worrying about divine masculine, divine feminine stuff, so I'm glad you guys agree. I'm glad you guys agree. So this is going to be similar to a reading I did a couple months ago when the channel was kind of new, and I just kind of do two readings in one, okay? So the top row is going to be post-quarantine and the bottom row is going to be career reading, okay? But I'll address it as pile 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? And like you don't have to pick just the number or whatever. So like you don't have to just pick this and this or whatever. You can pick this and that, or you know, okay? They're separate readings, but I just figured they might address the same stuff because quarantine has been affecting a lot of jobs and everything, okay? So however you want to look at it. But obviously we're going to start with post-quarantine, okay? So the evil eye bracelet, chakra bracelet, purple bracelet for post-quarantine. And for career reading, we have the marble bracelet, this gold banglet, and this vintage white bracelet, okay? So yeah, I'll get started with pile number 1 for post-quarantine. And obviously the timestamps will be below, so if you only want to watch career or whatever, you can just skip right ahead, okay? But if you want to watch all of it, then there you go. I think there's so many cards now. Ugh. It's gonna be a pain. I'm just trying to put these away because I don't want them to like be disorganized. Okay, Jesus. So pile number 1, post-quarantine. We have the Queen of Wands, 3 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse, 7 of Wands, Page of Swords on its side, and Let Go in the reverse. Read all these. Well, I see a lot of fire energy here, so you could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or dealing with someone like that. Let's see, so overall energy is the Queen of Wands, and it's turned around. Okay. So the grass is overgrown. All like the branches are all over the back of her chair. The Hanged Man in the reverse is like making a decision, okay? Like to leave something behind. I would say maybe like while in quarantine, it's like really maybe making you a little demotivated, disorganized, okay? Not really prioritizing what you should be. I do want to look at that real quickly though. So I don't get that card that often for this deck. By the way, Vice Versa Tarot and Shadowscape Tarot and Angel Answers, those are the cards that I'm using. But a second. Also, when I was shuffling, all these cards were like flying all over the place. One of the cards fell. I had to like stop it by closing my legs, and I bent it, and I'm really upset now. Okay. The back of the throne emphasizes its organic quality. It was not built, it grew. Looking outward with the Queen, we see that while the forest is at her back, the vista before her is open. A magnificent sphinx dominates the scene. The throne seems to have been placed to overlook the statue. The Queen is pulled toward the unknown and perhaps unknowable. Her outer life casts out energetic strands that connect her to many people and things, but at her core she needs silence. Her inner self is atwining and complex as the vines on her throne, and she requires deepening time to think it all through. Okay, I'm kind of, with that, I'm getting a little bit of a different message here. So I feel like you guys have probably had a lot of time for self-reflection, of course, because, you know, you're home and you don't really have to do that much. So you probably weren't working. You know, you probably didn't have like an essential job, or like, you know, you could be like a college student or whatever, but like just whatever it is, you've just been home this whole time, and I feel like you just had a lot of time to really like get more in touch with your higher self, especially those of you who like love watching pick a card readings, very spiritual, you know, type of people. So it could have been like releasing the ego. Okay, I feel like with this let go card, that could have been what was happening. Like maybe it's saying that like you already did this, or you're still in the process of doing this, you're still in the process of letting go of your ego, you know, because it's just been a new type of like enlightenment. Okay, so you could be one of the people who are supposed to guide for the age of Aquarius. You know, you could be having like sort of dreams or something where you know, you're getting messages, like almost like prophet type of, you know, prophet type of messages from your angels and your spirit guides. Okay, so like, yeah, I would say maybe like your third eye could be more developed, your intuition is more developed, you know, stuff like that. Let's see what else. Let me just look at the second row now. So 3 of Wands and the King of Wands in the reverse. Now, I find it funny because like we have the Queen and the King of Wands. So this could be, some of you could be dealing with a divine counterpart or something. Okay, like divine masculine, divine feminine, that type of thing. Let's see that one. Whenever it's like the King of Wands in the reverse, it's like this very impulsive type of energy. Yeah. Impulsiveness, haste, ruthless, high expectations. Okay. So like this could be someone that you're dealing with, like I said, like it could be like a divine masculine energy, you know. Take it how it's gonna resonate. It doesn't matter if you're the masculine or the feminine, whatever, but I feel like there's like some type of masculine energy maybe that you're not, haven't really been around, but it could be like saying like you know, for some of you it could be like a type of union or reconciliation that could be happening with you guys and your divine counterpart if you've been manifesting a connection, you know. Most of my channel is about the twin flame soulmate journey, so that this might apply to you guys where you know, maybe after a long time not seeing each other, or maybe like if you already were in separation but then like, you know, you're in a global pandemic and people are like worried like, oh, you know, this person probably was thinking about you and hoping that you were safe and you were okay, and maybe like even if you haven't seen them like months before this whole thing happened, maybe just like knowing that they really can't see you at all, I feel like, or maybe like you know, being home by themselves or alone, or maybe just with a couple friends but they don't really have that many people they can talk to or hang out with. They probably had a lot of time to really like reflect and think about you and be like, I miss this person, I want to be with this person, and you probably have been doing the same thing. Okay, like with this card it talks about indecision and delay. Okay, it's like when this card talks about like romance stuff, it says like in the reverse like this, it just means like, oh, a breakup. But I feel like in this case it's not necessarily talking about romance. Like it could be alluding to this in some aspect, or at least that's part of what's going to happen to you post quarantine. But I feel like you might be again, like you could have been manifesting this situation for a long time, and you probably felt like this was a delay, like another delay on top of any other delays in the past that would get in the way of your union and your connection. Okay, so that could be a thing where it's like letting go of the ego, yes, but like when it comes to the connection, it might be like, don't let go of the connection, just keep being patient. It wasn't time to come around yet, you know, like that type of thing. Okay, because you could have been looking at it as like a type of heartbreak or something, or you could have been like, this really sucks, I thought this would be the time we would finally, you know, come into union. I know a lot of divine feminines, divine masculines. Like I feel like there was like this energy of like, oh yeah, the month of March we'll come into union, but then like suddenly this whole thing happens. So so yeah, it was like almost like a tension filled in the air, at least regarding the connection. You could have almost been like a little mad at your spirit guides or something, or just mad at the universe being like, why did this have to happen right now? I really thought that it would be the time for us right now, and it didn't happen. Okay, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, challenge, competition, and perseverance. Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's like the moment felt heartbreaking, but notice like it's not on this side where you just see like the knife, the swords going through the hearts. On this side, it's like the person is looking at the hearts, but they don't realize that there's like this little flower just kind of blooming behind it. So it's like this whole thing with quarantine. Also, I feel like a lot of this right now is just talking about present stuff or things that are happening beneath the surface with you guys. Okay, just want to put that out there. But yeah, I feel like this was like a challenge or something, or just another like obstacle that you just kind of had to persevere through and not give up fully. And again, just keep having moments where you're just thinking like, you know, it's not like with the delay card, you know, like I'm sure you've encountered many readers, and I say this all the time too, where like if something's meant for you, it's still gonna happen. You can't stop what's meant for you, you can just delay it. So in this case, it wasn't really your fault that this happened. It wasn't anyone's fault. This was just a global pandemic. Well, it's a lot of people's fault, but like, you know what I mean? Like it was a global pandemic, so it's like, you know, if you were just you know, we kind of just got in the throw of it, so we can't really do much about it or change anything, you know. But yeah, like this could be this energy, it could be them, like your divine masculine, or what, you know, divine masculine energy, divine counterpart, this other person, they could be thinking about you, okay, and they could be planning. So I feel like if like once we're out of quarantine, hopefully soon, you know, maybe by like the end of May or June or something, if you are in America, at least. For other countries, I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but like it might be like the second you're out of quarantine, you might somehow run into this person, or like maybe they'll actually just make an effort to talk to you and plan with you, because maybe they probably have gotten in their own way in the past, and now they, you know, once they really didn't have a choice to be away from you, like as far as at first it probably was just their ego or them being like a runner chaser energy, but then in this circumstance they're just like, oh, I just can't be around you at all, and now I'm like really, really worried about you. Like I feel like I really am getting like this third energy, like not third party, but like in regardings, like whatever, regards to me reading for you, I'm just feeling this other person's energy. So I feel like you could be thinking about another person. You could be thinking like, okay, so after quarantine, what's gonna happen with me and this person? Okay, I did do a reading about this, like when this whole quarantine started. You can check that out, like union, so what now, and it in the thumbnail is called Quarantine Lovers. So yeah, you can look at that too and just see what, like, if it will resonate with this. But anyway, I'm just getting this sense of like, this could be both of your energies, where like because you're not able to be around each other, you probably have both been very curious about one another, and either asking friends, or, you know, stalking on like social media, or like, you know, Googling each other's names, or just like trying to figure out, or even trying to like get in touch with spirit guides and just ask, like, you know, like watching a tarot video and be like, I wonder what they're up to, I wonder what they're doing. This is probably a mutual energy between you and your person, where you guys were both just wondering how the other was doing. And I feel like because there's so much like literal like distance makes the heart grow fonder type of energy, and just not being around each other, I feel like that's probably going to make this person act very impulsively, very hasty, or right now they're currently very hasty, and like they just want to wait for, or like they want the moment to see you. Like I'm just getting like this very like jumpy, excited, giddy energy from them, like kind of like a rabbit, you know. So I feel like they really are like swaying back and forth in their chair, like, oh, I can't wait, I really cannot wait to see them again, I can't wait to like be able to see them. You probably had seen them just before this whole thing happened. For some of you guys, like it could have been like a week before, or like whatever, but I don't think you guys really talked to each other. It probably wasn't like a real union. It was probably like a pre-union or something. And I feel like that probably made them think about you recently, and while this quarantine is happening, they're just like, okay, I really wonder what they're up to. I really miss them. I really want to see them. I really want to see them. You know, that they could be like, I hope they don't have it. I hope they're not sick. I hope they're fine. You know, I don't want to lose my person, you know, because like this is like a moment of like mortality where people are worried, you know, like, so they could have been like worried about you, and you could be worried about them, just like, oh, I really hope that they're not going out. I hope that they're taking this seriously. I hope they're staying home. I hope they don't get sick, because, you know, we never came into union, and I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with them, and I don't want them to be sick or something like that, you know. So it could be like that type of energy, okay? So like you're like really worried about each other, okay? I'm just getting that energy of being worried about each other. So yes, what could happen is that like once this is over, you could end up seeing each other. And I do feel compelled to pull this because obviously your reading at least is looking like a lot of love stuff. So what's gonna happen in their love life after quarantine? This reading is like a triple threat. Basically made a poll and pretty much everything is gonna show up anyway. I don't know if I should. Okay, so new love in the reverse. Okay, so that I feel like that's kind of telling me that like this is like a past connection. This is someone you already know. I don't think you're gonna move on from this person, but I think you'll probably like start or like restart. Yeah, true love. So this is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this could be like a reconciliation for you guys. Like you might have a reconciliation with your divine counterpart after this quarantine ends. Now that doesn't mean right after. I mean, like there is some hasty things, so that they could be very, you know, say if they always were overthinking it and they're like, oh, I want to be with him, but I don't know, I'm not ready yet, and now they have all this time to themselves to just kind of recollect and think. I feel like while doing this, they probably had a lot of time to think about you and vice versa. So I feel like yeah, it will be a new love, but it's not a new person, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a new person. You already know this person. They could be your past life connection or whatever. You've probably been dealing with them for a long time. You're probably in separation with them for a long time. Maybe you never really got a chance to be together. For others of you, you could already be in a connection with this person, but because you're in quarantine, maybe, you know, you're not living with each other. You haven't seen each other in a while. So for those of you who are just like, oh, I miss my boyfriend, I miss my girlfriend, I feel like you're just going to see each other again, and like definitely you had time to really think about each other a lot. But otherwise, if you're not together and this is like a soulmate spiritual type of connection, like a really deep, strong, significant, divinely guided type of connection, I feel like they're gonna come back around, and you guys are gonna just reunite with each other. So it's not gonna be new, but like it might be like a new cycle or something. Okay. Whew. All right, yeah, so thank you, pile number 1, or 1A, I guess. Hope you enjoyed that, hope that resonated. If you want a personal reading, the link to my website is in my bio. It is my freelance film major website, but in the last tab, Brie's Tarot, you can contact me through there. You can see the prices, very cheap prices for my readings. I also have little fun designs I made on Teespring. They don't have my name on the back or anything like that. They're just fun designs that I made, so if you want to check that out too. But yeah, if you want a personal reading, just message me. I have nothing else to do other than homework, whatever. Alright, so thank you, pile number 1. Now on to pile number 2. 2A for quarantine or post-quarantine. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. We have the 5 of Cups. I'm seeing some Scorpio energy. The 7 of Swords. Ugh, bruh, the Temperance. I'm so sad because like when I was shuffling these cards, they flew all over the place like batshit crazy, and this fell off the table, and I closed my legs to like catch it, and I bent the card, and I'm so upset. Like it really just bent the whole freaking card. I've been very careful with these cards, and now I'm upset. So I might have to tape this up or something with clear tape just so that it doesn't get messed up. But I don't know. That might mean something. I have no idea. All right. I'm so sad. So the 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, and choose a new direction. Okay, so post-quarantine. So I'm seriously gonna cry at this freaking card. But yeah, there's some Sagittarius energy and some Taurus energy. It doesn't have to be Taurus. I see a Scorpion coming out of this cup, so you could be Scorpio as well, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And then just like some air energy. Okay. So the overall energy with the Knight of Swords, it's like they're charging in. It could be some clear communication happening, okay, with this Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is like some type of completion of a cycle or something that you've been waiting for, manifesting, building up for, okay? With this Ten of Pentacles. This could also be related to career stuff, like for the next part of the reading, okay? I'm gonna read this just for some insight. Straight from the book. God. Okay. So. Okay, things are falling. Outer self. So a knight in armor rides among storm clouds, his steed rushing forward in a mode of attack. The knight's cloak and the horse's trappings are dull red, the color of dried blood. The trappings bear the elemental symbols for air in front and water behind. Air stands for intellect and water for emotion. This is a person who puts emotional concerns in the back seat, which is why we can't see his face. His first impulse is always to argue and to rush in to take over an endeavor, certain that he knows best. His horse symbolizes a barely tamed nature, still wildly impulsive. Until he learns control, he could be a danger to himself and others. He is a fighter, not a lover. Interesting. Low-key, I'm kind of feeling like I still, sorry, I'm like stuttering. Because this kind of happened with the last pile, like there was some stuff alluding to post, quarantine, but I feel like the overall energy is picking up current energy. Some of you guys could be essential workers, like you're still working at like convenience stores, restaurants, whatever, like for takeout, or, you could be like hospital workers, just like essential workers. And I feel like with this, impulsive Knight of Swords putting people in danger, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like it could be saying that you could be putting your family at danger, so be careful. Like when you if this is resonating, when you come home from work, like sterilize immediately, like take off your work clothes, throw them immediately in the wash your hands, sanitize, whatever. Or say if you're the person that has to go out and get groceries once in a while, like make sure you're really taking the necessary precautions, like wear that mask, even if at first you're like, oh, that's stupid. No, please do wear that mask. Wear your gloves, whatever. Don't touch your face, because if you're still touching your mouth with gloves on, it won't make a difference, So yeah, just like make sure that you're taking the necessary steps, and don't go out unless you really need to. Okay, so for some of you who are like, oh my god, I just want fresh air, like you probably are people that are kind of social and you don't really like just being stuck in the house all day, so you might be like, oh, I'm gonna walk the dog, I'm gonna go out for a jog, I'm gonna walk around the block, I'm just gonna go to a store, I'm gonna drive around. Just hold off on doing that. Please take this seriously and don't go out so much. Don't be the one to be like, oh, well, cheap plane tickets and go on vacation. Like just stay home, because I feel like you're putting your loved ones in danger, so please don't do that, okay? So however that's gonna resonate with you guys, if you guys are doing that. Again, it doesn't have to be specifically for work, because that is an essential job, but it's still dangerous. Like say if you're willingly taking on a bunch of hours because you want to make money, but I feel like it's not really good for you. Also, yeah, if you're going out a lot and you're just spending your money on things, careful with that too. You don't, please try to save your money, okay? I feel like yeah, I just feel like with these cards, it's like it's saying that you're not really looking at the big picture right now, so it's telling you to choose a new direction. So again, you could be putting the ones close to you in danger, you could be socializing a little too much, or going out too much or looking for an excuse, and you really just need to tap into your antisocial side, you know, tap into your inner Scorpio and stay the hell inside, because you could be putting people in danger, or you're spending all your money. Please don't do all that, okay? It's like, this is saying that you're not really focusing on what could happen in the future, what could potentially happen. If you're thinking, oh, I'm young, you know, young energy, I'm young, I'm not gonna get sick. You could be a carrier and you can get someone else sick. So please be careful with that. Please don't just go out because you feel like going out, okay? Don't be sneaking out of the house, or, you know, going out like literally right before the 8 p.m. curfew, if you know, or just sneaking out when you're not supposed to be, or like going out when you really don't need to, okay? Because I feel like it's just very destructive behavior, okay? So please don't do that, because I feel like you could end up being sick or getting someone sick, okay? I feel like that's just what it's saying. So you could be putting people in danger right now, or, you know, it's like, is it worth it, you know, like just to make some money? Is it really worth doing all this, putting yourself in danger? Or vice versa, if you're not working but you're going out and you're buying things you don't really need just because you just want to buy things, don't waste all your money. Please save your money. You have bills to pay later, maybe. Like, please don't be like so, you know, hasty or impulsive with spending, or being like, oh, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna order like expensive takeout. Like, I'm guilty of that because I didn't want to leave the house either, or I don't want to leave the house at all, and like DoorDash is like really expensive, whatever. But if you're doing anything like that, just like try to cut back, you know, maybe cook food at home sometimes, or just like if you're working, just like tell them like, okay, you can give someone else my hours for right now. I don't want to come in today, please, like don't make me come in. And then like they'll just ask someone else to come in, because I'm sure there are plenty of employees that got laid off and they would love to work instead, you know. So this 5 of Cups. I feel like, yeah, there's something you're not seeing, okay? I feel like that's just what this is trying to say. There's something you're not paying attention to that you're not seeing with this 5 of Cups, because those 2 cups are standing behind you and you're just looking at the 3 cups that are falling over. So again, I feel like you could be mainly looking at like, oh, this is gonna suck financially, I need to keep working, I can't afford to not work, or whatever, or, you know, anything like that, or simply just kind of bored, I don't want to stay in the house all day. But it's like there's something that you really need to pay more attention to than just, oh, I don't want to do this because whatever, because again, I feel like it's very destructive energy. Okay, 3 of Wands in the reverse. I think I've already touched on that, but let me just double check. Yeah, lack of foresight, delays, obstacles to long-term goals. Okay. Like, yeah, I feel like maybe before quarantine started, you're really trying to get your money together, so a bit your wallet, but like you do need to like just take a step back though, okay? Because like, yeah, I feel like you're mainly just looking at the situation as like, oh man, this really sucks, I'm not gonna make any money, I have bills to pay, I'm stressed out. But it's like, no, just try to save, you know, do what you can, you know. You can still work if you feel it's necessary, because I understand that other companies or whatever are still going to charge you for things, and it really sucks. But like, it's like, don't go out too much and overwork and just put you and your family in danger, okay? Because yeah, I just feel this very sneaky energy from you. The Tower card. Like, this talks about avoiding disaster, but like I feel like just this is like a very like detailed card right here. Like with this little skeleton behind you, like again, you might be thinking that you're taking precautionary measures. You might be thinking like, oh, I'm not sick, I'm anti-symptomatic, but it's like, no, you could easily be carrying symptoms and you can get someone older in your family sick. So please be careful, okay? Because you could be thinking that you're avoiding disaster, but like you're not. Like, you know, say if you like, again, like, you know, you could be wearing a mask or gloves or whatever when you go out, but you're still touching your face. You know, you're not sanitizing your clothes the second you get home. So you're still putting people in danger once you get into the house, and like you might not realize it. Or like the items that you're buying, you know, you're not taking into account, hey, you know how many people touch that item before, you know, they pick something else. Like, you know, Like, you're not really being that precautionary, okay? So be careful. And Jesus. The High Priestess in the reverse, and then the Temperance card. I feel like, considering this card got bent, it could just be saying like you're not really being that patient with this situation, like at all, and you're just like sitting on your own intuition, or you're not listening to your inner self that's kind of telling you, hey, this is a bad idea, okay? So choose a new direction. Okay. So like say if you are doing an essential job and they're putting you on the schedule like relentlessly because they're like, oh well we need people, like don't literally die for this company. Just like tell them, okay, look, there's literally a global pandemic happening. Like, yes, I do want some money, but I'm sure there are other employees that are currently not working because hours were cut back, and I'm sure that they could take my place to make some extra money, but you guys have had me on the schedule every single day. Like, you could have like a junior management or whatever type of position at your job, or something like that, you know, like where you feel obligated to come in every single day, and I feel like that's not really the best option for you. And I feel like if you're dealing with a job that's making you do that, and you know, maybe there's an employee around you that has gotten sick, like, you know, like you're literally could be thinking, oh, I'm fine, but you like literally there could be a coworker that's sick, and maybe they're just keeping it under the radar just to not freak out the customers, but like you literally could be like around someone who is sick right now. So yeah, it's like choose a new direction. Like, yeah, so just, you know, try to save your money, try to open a little savings account. I think it's like $25 just to open a savings account, and just put a little money there. Try to limit your spendings, like try to buy cheaper things or things that last longer than like something that will go away in the day. So like maybe non-perishable items or something like that, like a little survival kit or something. Yeah, stuff like that. But I just feel like it's just saying like, please choose a new direction. Now again, sorry, because this doesn't really seem like it's post-quarantine, so I'll pull a couple cards to be like, okay, but post-quarantine, because this seems more like current energy. But I just feel like honestly it's saying if you don't change what you're doing right now while you're in quarantine, it could end up like making situations worse later. Okay? Like you could be like contributing to the problem almost. So like post quarantine for pile number 2. Page of Cups. Any other card want to come out? Guess not. Okay, 3 of Cups. Like I said, I feel like you guys are very social people, so you probably really hate being cooped up in the house all the time. Okay. Page of Cups. Alright, so I guess this is probably saying if you do follow the precautions a little more carefully for post quarantine, I feel like you're going to go right back into the social life, and like I feel like you're immediately going to make plans with your friends to hang out and just kind of catch up after a while of just being cooped up in the house. Maybe like go to the beach or something, like somewhere near the water, okay? Because I'm just seeing a lot of water here, and just like maybe go out for some drinks or whatever, okay? So yeah, I feel like yeah, if you're very social people, or say if before you weren't that social, but now that you're forced to be in the house, you want to be a little more social. So yeah, I just see like, you know, you might be like, oh, okay, cool, pool party, or let's go to the beach, or let's go to a party, let's go to a bar. Like I just kind of see you wanting to be like 10,000 times more social than you were before, that once you get out of quarantine, okay? But yeah, I feel like that's if you follow the precautions, because again, you could be contributing to the problem. You could be contributing to quarantine lasting longer. So for some of you guys, you're probably like hoping that quarantine will be over by the summer so that your summer is saved. I'm just getting a very young energy, like you could be high school or college, and you know, you want to still be able to live your life and do things you wanted to do before quarantine started. So yeah, if you want this to come sooner, then stay in your house. Don't take so many hours. Don't go out so often when you don't need to. Only do essential buying. Don't like just casually stroll around the store if you don't need anything. It's very inconvenient, and you're putting employees in danger as well when you do that. Like, only do what you need when you need it and limit it, okay? Because then you can get this awesome, you know, social fun time, you know, seeing your friends again, being on the same wavelength, you know, the same page, messaging and hanging out and everything. But if you don't pay attention to like some destructive behavior that you're doing right now, this is just going to be delayed even longer, okay? So I'm actually going to put this off to the side so I can tape it. But yes, thank you, pile number 2. Stay the fuck inside. Let's move on to pile number 3. Let's see how long this has been so far. Oh, it's actually not that bad. I know this reading is probably gonna be like 2 hours long though. Alright, pile number 3. Take 2. Pile number 3. Post-quarantine. Okay, Justice. So Libra energy. The Emperor, which is Aries energy. The Chariot, which is Cancer energy. The 7 of Pentacles. There's a lot of major arcanas going on here, so I feel like a big life event is probably going to happen for you guys post-quarantine. But so far the readings have been talking about current energy and then what could happen, you know. But yeah, so 8 of Swords in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, and you're ready. Also, I am seeing a lot of Aries energy because, disclaimer, I said this as kind of a joke, but like I kind of associate the Fool card as the unofficial other indicator of Aries, you know? There are probably other people that do that, but I just kind of thought, you know, because LOL April Fool's Day, you know? Also, Aries like is like the first zodiac that comes up, and this is the first major arcana, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, they're basically like Aries declared by unofficial Aries, okay? So yeah, you could be an Aries. Anyway, let's see. I'm getting a sense of like letting your guard down. There's this song by Greg Hine, or he goes by All Day Long now, but back in the day, like 2015, back in the fucking day, he had a song called Let Your Guard Down. I love Greg Hine, he's really good. But yeah, he's like a SoundCloud rapper, I guess. But like, yeah, his song is really good, and that song was actually playing in my head yesterday. So I feel like that's just another indicator for you guys to let your guard down. If that makes any sense to you guys, okay? With the 8 of Swords in the reverse clarifying this. 8 of Swords in the reverse, it's like no longer being the victim, taking power back into your own hands, no longer feeling like this defenseless, you know, energy, okay? You see how this side of the Justice card, the lady has her arms out, and you know, the sword and the blindfold, but then on this end, the scale is on the ground, the sword is on the ground, and there's like a little vine that's kind of wrapping around it. So yeah, it's just saying to lay down your defenses, okay? But let's actually get into what this could possibly mean. I feel like this could be something that's about divination or like spirit guides, spiritual stuff, divinely guided or whatever, because you have a lot of major arcana cards. So I feel like something is going to take place that you may have been manifesting for a while, or something that was meant for your spiritual path that may have been delayed from quarantine, but I feel like it might be coming into fruition once quarantine is over. So yes, the Emperor card. Well, the Emperor is like, you know, divine masculine energy. Whether you're divine masculine or you're dealing with a divine masculine, okay, this could be a different person because it's like in that row. This could be you, you know. But like a reckless energy, taking a leap of faith, okay, like this father figure, this authoritative figure, okay, so yeah, this could be a masculine energy that could be, you know, coming towards you, okay, and I feel like it's saying like to let your guard down because it might be kind of unexpected when they come forward to you, all right. So yeah, I feel like for you guys, this could be talking about like a spiritual union, okay? Similar to pile number 1, it was kind of talking about that. And we love how pile number 3 and pile number 1 for my readings always seem to coincide with each other. So, you know, you could basically watch 4 different piles today if you wanted to. But yeah, so it could be a divine masculine energy, you know, rushing towards you, okay, like just coming in out of nowhere. So I feel like spirit is like prepared to let your guard down. You're ready, like you're ready for this connection to happen. Don't be afraid of it, you know. They might come in strong and not want to let you go, okay, with this 4 of Pentacles. Will be like, yep, you're mine, you're finally mine, because yeah, it could just been like, you know, like I said for the first pile, so long of a time not being around each other, even before quarantine happened, but just not being able to see this other person. And once you were in this state of like you had no choice but to stay home, I feel like the longing was even more. So this person might want to come towards you, okay? And I see that you might be in this feeling of like giving up, but you might feel that it's not going to happen for you, okay, with the 7 of Pentacles, like you've been waiting a really long time and you feel like it's never going to be ready yet, but I feel like, again, it's saying you are ready, and this was like the lack of ambition, lack of focus, whatever. So again, yeah, I feel like this will kind of take you by surprise and you're really not going to expect it, okay? That was pretty to the point, and obviously this looks like it's a love reading, so, or it doesn't have to be, but just some type of spiritual energy. Let's just see what this says. Thank you, Spirit. So post-quarantine for pile number 3. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Wow, and true love, which is also a pile number 1 guy. Interesting. Yeah, I think so far, well, obviously other decks have gotten Major Arcana cards, but you guys have a lot of Major Arcana right here, so I really do feel like there is something probably regarding your spiritual path or connection with someone, and I feel like it's going to develop more after quarantine happens, okay? So I feel like don't be surprised if this happens, because you probably have been waiting and anticipating it for a really long time and just waiting and waiting and waiting forever for the results, and I feel like it's finally going to happen sooner, you know? I mean, that was really quick, but I mean, yeah. That's all I'm really picking up for you guys, though. But yeah, just like an energy is just going to rush towards you. Could be divine masculine energy, divine feminine, whatever energy. But, it could have just been like, you know, you could be manifesting it, thinking about them while you were away from them. Spirit guides could have been helping with this situation. And, you know, they're just going to kind of come in and you're going to be like, oh shit, hey. So yeah, I feel like the spirit guides are just saying, be prepared for it, let your guard down, don't be too suspicious when they come in out of nowhere, because they've been thinking about you as much as you've been thinking about them. So they're going to come in and you're going to be like, holy shit, you know, that's what I really feel, okay? And for others of you who don't really relate that much to the, like, oh, this, I don't think this is a romantic thing. It's just something that was meant for you and your spiritual path is just going to rush in. But, like, I feel like I don't really know what else it could possibly be talking about, because I didn't really see much about, like, like money wise. Like it could be about career, but obviously you can clarify that in the next piles, which I'm about to start. Yeah, so it could be talking about like your career life, or something that's, you know, like a career offer, a job offer that could be coming in, and that could also be something along with your spiritual path if you don't really resonate with like the romance part of it, okay? But either way, it's just something that's divinely guided, okay? So now if you want to now check up and see if it's more about career, then stay tuned, because I'm about to start the career readings, okay? Okay, so career readings, pile number 1, or 1B, I guess. Full card, Queen of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Strength, Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Swords, 8 of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Wands. You got another card, 5 of Pentacles, take action. I feel like this is like a really cool reading for you guys for career stuff, okay? Now with the 5 of Pentacles, that talks about like, you know, poverty and everything, so you guys could be pretty young or on the younger side, and I feel like say if you're looking for like internships, like, you know, if you're in college age, or like apprenticeship, or like just a new entry level type of job, I feel like it's the perfect time to do so. It's a perfect time to kind of take a leap of faith, take action with the situation. So I feel like just be, you know, you can do this now. You can be very like proactive and start applying for jobs right away, and be like, I'm available the second quarantine is over, like I'm available right away. You know, like really market yourself more, okay? I'm just getting this energy of like, be aggressive, like just with this Queen of Swords card, like really go after what you want. Don't you know, don't sleep on it, you know. This 4 of Swords. You know what you could do? Again, you could be proactive right now. You could be applying for jobs, applying for positions or whatever, and then after you apply, just start manifesting it. Just like meditate on it, think about it, and then like you might be expecting a call sooner than you think, or at least when this whole thing, you know, is over, okay? 8 of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the 2 of Pentacles. Again, I'm just getting this energy of entry-level job, okay? Because this 2 of Pentacles, it's like a really young-looking person. So I feel like this would be a kind of slow-moving thing. Like maybe like, you know, you'll start at a very low position, again, entry-level, and then you'll work your way up to a higher position. You just gotta keep manifesting it and like meditating on it, and also doing the work, of course. Yeah, I'm just getting like this energy of determination and like bravery, basically, that will lead to like a new beginning for you guys, okay? Like literally this I'm reading is very to the point, and it's just saying like, take action, do what you need to do right now. And I feel like probably the second this quarantine is over, you might like hear back from one of the jobs you applied to, and it'll be like a nice entry-level job. You'll be making some good money, decent money, at least as an entry level, and then you'll start to work your way up, okay? So it could be like a full-on career, okay? Something that was meant for you in your life, like not just like a regular job, okay? Because you probably before this have just had like, you know, very like simple, you know, paycheck to paycheck type of jobs, and maybe like customer service, you know, just to make some money. Nothing wrong with customer service, but you probably you know, you could be like a college student or you know, college educated, and you want a career, you want something that, like, you know, your actual dream job. So like, you know, you could have been like having smaller, you know, jobs where you're more disposable, like more like a part-time worker, and you've had these jobs for years, you know, like literally years, and now you're finally starting to step into your career life, okay? But yeah, something you were destined to have, a job, a career you were destined to have. And I feel like even if it's not the exact position you want right away, again, because you have to start off small, it's still going to be in the career field that you want, okay? So yeah, take action now so that once quarantine is over, you'll be hearing back from these people, and you'll just jump right into it, you know? It could be entrepreneurial energy, freelance energy, or just like, yeah, just starting from the bottom and building your way up, okay? So I feel like you might get like a new job, maybe. Yeah, you might get a nice new job once quarantine is over, and it will be within the career field that you actually want. Okay, after like years, you know, or, you know, maybe not years, but after a long time of just having like very flaky type of jobs where like you could be put on the schedule one day, and then the next minute you're not working for a week, or like, you know, you don't get paid that much, so you're always in debt or whatever. And I just feel like you'll be getting out of that energy, and you'll go into more like finding more balance. Okay, a little bit of a burp confirmation. So yeah, some more balance with your money. Yeah. That was it. I mean, that's good though. That was it. I guess because I have so many like piles right now, Spirit is like, okay, deliver the messages as quickly as you can. You know. Yes, that's good though. Good for you guys. Yeah, personal reading. Link in my description. Brie's Tarot tab. Pricing. Message me on there if you want to. All right, let's move on. Pile number 2B, I guess. Career reading. So, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups on its side, Strength in the reverse, Ace of Cups on its side, and If You Believe in the reverse. There can be miracles when you believe. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting like, there's a little bit of pessimistic energy though I feel coming from you guys. I feel like you, when it comes to career stuff, you probably feel like you're never going to get your dream job, okay? I just feel this sense of like weakness and defensiveness, and like, I don't know, I feel like it's almost like you're not really willing to start off small and then build your way up with you guys, okay? Like, there could be a lot of hesitation. Like, you might be kind of expecting something to come towards you, but not really being the one to make a few calls or do this or do that, you know, to really be as proactive. And like the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like not only is it slow moving energy, but I just feel this very indecisive energy because it's in the reverse. But let's check that. Yeah, this talks about laziness, boredom, and feeling stuck. Okay, so I feel like you could be very wide-eyed about making money. And like, you know, you guys could just be working like very small jobs where you make decent money. Like I said before, it could be like a small job like customer service or whatever, like working in a store, working in food or whatever, or like you make decent money, or like, you know, babysitting, I don't know, something like that. But you make some decent money, but I don't really think it's something that you want to keep. I don't really think it's that stable of a job that you want to have for the rest of your life. It's more like a younger person type of job, or, you know, if you don't have a college education, you know, not judging anyone, just reading, just like saying what's coming to me, you know. Like, yeah, I just feel like what it could be saying that, like, whatever job you're in right now, you feel stuck, you're bored with it, but you don't really, but you're probably just like, okay, but like it's safe, whatever, so you're not really making the action to really go out and do other things or apply for other jobs or move on to bigger and better things. I feel like you're just kind of taking what's there for you, okay, and like that's being clarified again with the Eight of Swords. Again, this energy of just kind of being stuck when you're really not stuck. You easily could, this rope is loose enough that she could wiggle her way out of it, but like she just chooses to stay in there and just feel like she's helpless, okay. And with this Knight of Cups on its side, I just get this energy of like more daydreaming about a better job or something, but again, not really doing anything to like really put into action, okay? And I'm just getting a very young energy. So yeah, you could be making excuses like, oh, but I can't do this because I'm still in school, or oh, I can't do that because because it's too far away from home. I can't afford to buy a house close to the city or whatever. Like just like little excuses you might be making to like to avoid applying for like a quote-unquote real job or your dream career or like a more stable career. And I feel like Spirit wants you to really get out of that and stop being so pessimistic about your career choices, okay? There is like self-doubt, lack of self-discipline here with the Strength card in the reverse. And then with the Seven of Wands, this person is like guarding their heart. Okay. Like a very defensive energy. Again, I just feel a lot of excuses. I feel like you could be making a lot of excuses to not apply for this or apply for that, and you're just kind of digging yourself into a hole, and it could be kind of like self-destructive or like a self-fulfilling prophecy with you guys, and you really need to get out of that because like you're just being really pessimistic about it. Like you need to learn how to believe in yourself and believe that you can achieve better things than what you're currently doing. Okay? Because there are probably other people in the same field as you who have achieved that, and but you're just thinking, oh, I can't do it, I can't do it. So stop making excuses. You can be applying for jobs right now, and then once quarantine is over, you can get a call, but don't just think you can't do it. Even if you feel that you're not going to be able to commute to that place or whatever, still apply for it anyway, and then like at least just to kind of get your name out there. And then if they call you and they're like, oh, can you do this, whatever, you can be like, can I actually get like could I get relocated to there? I might need to be able to stay someplace near there so that my commute is shorter, or can I somehow get reimbursed for travel or whatever. Like some jobs are willing to do that. It really depends, like I'm not saying like some retail part-time job. No part-time job is going to do that, but like a freelance type of thing or whatever, like I feel like they will reimburse you for travel because they know that you're doing this or that. But I am getting a very young energy because all these Knight cards, like you have the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay. So like it could even be like just an internship or something, and you might be like, oh, I can't afford to do an internship, unpaid, whatever. No, you can just be like, hey, can I just get compensated for travel, and I'll do this just fine, But again, put yourself out there because you're really doubting your abilities and you're doubting your skills, okay? Now with this Ace of Cups on its side. Well, this is love, compassion, creativity, overwhelming emotion, and it's also blocked or repressed emotions on its side. And with that clarifying the Knight of Wands, I just feel this very flaky energy, like a very flighty type of thing, or maybe the second something doesn't really go exactly how you plan or how you want it, you just kind of immediately like act like it's not possible for you, and you kind of retreat back into your shell, or you know, or simply like you just think, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this, I'm not gonna be able to do this. So again, Spirit is just saying, stop being so goddamn pessimistic and think you can't do anything. Okay, if that's as clear as I can make it, don't be pessimistic about everything. Okay. Get some more self-discipline when it comes to career finding. Stay on it. Try to apply to as many jobs as you can. Don't be lazy. Get your resume looking nice. Get your cover letter. Make a little website. You can go on Wix. You know, you don't have to don't buy a website. You can make a little website on Wix or whatever, like a portfolio if that's your business, and you know, try to market yourself more. You know. Because like you might be thinking like, oh, but I'm not able to do it right now. Like, okay, you can still put your name out there. All right. So yeah, I just feel like you guys are getting in your own way with this. Before you click off, let's just see what else I can like feel for you guys. Yeah, it could be stuff relating like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to drive here, I'm not gonna be able to travel there, oh, I live too far away from this city, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that. Like just like a lot of excuses that basically prevent you from even applying for a job. So again, don't do that. You can still at least apply and just kind of see where it goes, but like that's better than not doing anything at all. Okay? Because you could be almost lazy about it. Like, you know, you could see something and be like, oh my god, this job sounds perfect. It's you know, oh my god, it's an hour commute. Oh my god, it's 45 minutes away. But it's like, it's a job, you'll be getting paid for it, or like, you know, like you'll make your money back, or maybe they'll reimburse you for travel if it's like an internship and they know you have to drive really far, that they'll give you some money just to be able to drive back and forth, or you know, you can still keep your other job just so you can make money to travel and you can still get the experience or whatever, but just don't make excuses. Like, you know, you gotta spend money to make money. So, you know, also don't think that you should be reaching your ultimate dream job as an entry level. Like, you first have to start with, like, you know, still in the career field you want, but first you just gotta make money first. Ooh, burp confirmation. First, you just need to get a job just to make money, and then after that, you can work your way up. You don't have to stay in the same place for the rest of your life, but you gotta start somewhere, okay? So thank you, pile number 2. Okay, pile number 3. Career. King of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the Hierophant, 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles in the reverse, 6 of Swords, 2 of Cups in the reverse, and Compromise in the reverse. Oddly enough, you guys have like like some spiritual past life type of elements to like relating to career life, which is very interesting. Okay. Now, wait a second, I'm yawning. Okay. I mean, to get the King of Pentacles as your overall energy for a career reading is really good. Okay, that's really good. It's really positive because it's like a very stable person, a very stable figure. Okay, so whether this is what you're currently at or maybe where you will be later on, okay? With the Six of Cups clarifying it, the Six of Cups talks about, like, you know, past connections, past life connections, childhood, nostalgia, happiness, reunion, all that stuff. So it's really interesting. So honestly, for some of you guys, this could be a job you already had before quarantine started and you're just gonna go back to it, you know what I mean? Like maybe you thought that like you were being laid off indefinitely, or you know, like you probably got laid off and you were like really upset about it, and I feel like this was just kind of saying like, oh no, this isn't forever, you have to walk away from it for now because of these circumstances. But you're still in your King of Pentacles energy. You're still going to be in your stable energy once this comes back around, and you got to pay attention to this like shooting star in the background, okay? So this Four of Wands is like celebration, and then like the Six of Swords is like moving on, moving forward. For some of you guys, you might like commute to your job a lot, or like maybe you already did, you know, or like I know like where I am, like I'm in New Jersey. For jobs that I would get for my specific career field, I'd have to commute to like New York, you know. So you guys probably commute to like the nearest city or something for your job, and that's probably just clarifying if you already do that, or maybe like being relocated or something, okay? Like getting a new home that's closer to your job, okay? Because this could be talking about home life and everything. I'm not really looking at it right now as like the marriage card. I'm looking at it more as a celebration card, communication, and home life. With this Hierophant clarified by the Two of Cups in the reverse. I'm gonna look at this card. Because like the Two of Cups in the reverse, that talks about like a breakup and stuff. Again, that could just simply mean like you got laid off from this job while quarantine was happening. But like I don't think it was forever. This isn't a major arcana. I think it was just a very temporary energy. You know? Or you could already, like I said, already be in the career field that you want to be in, but maybe like this specific job that you were in, maybe something happened where like the company has to find a new home, you know, they have to relocate or whatever, like that type of job. So even like, you know, quarantine could have been or this coronavirus stuff could have been the catalyst to it, but I feel like whatever it was, say if you work at like a smaller company or like a Kickstarter or something, like maybe investors pulled out of it or something and you're not able to really work there anymore, so the entire company that you worked at has to now relocate to somewhere else. So I feel like that might be happening. So like you might be hearing great news from like your bosses, your managers, your coworkers saying, okay, cool, we found a new home, we're gonna go here now, we're gonna now be in this place, you know, relocate. It might not be too far away from where you are currently though. It could still be like in the same city area, but just a different building basically, you know. It's like in a way you had to break away from one thing, but I feel like you're still on the path you're supposed to be in. So, you know, if it might be up to you. You might decide like, okay, this was a little too like flaky. I'm gonna go to something else where I don't have to worry about my job being taken away, but still in the same career field. Like, oh, I might move on to this other department or do this thing instead. This company that you maybe worked for. Again, I'm just getting like Kickstarter or something like that, like and investors. I know someone who's dealing with that, like a show that I watch, like that this is what happened to them. So like, I don't know, if you somehow are on the same boat as them, or you literally work for that show and this is what's happening to you, yeah, just investors pulled out and you had to find a new place to, you know, to film your show, to do whatever, or, you know, to do whatever. But yeah, I feel like some of you guys could be entrepreneurs, or oh my god, sorry. I keep getting like freelancer energy. Maybe that's just because that's the career path I'm in. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I feel like you guys might be like people that kind of have your own business, or you yourself are your own business, and you take jobs, you know, but you probably were working for a company that suddenly like kind of went under, you know. Let's look at this. Okay. Sometimes a call towards spirituality can be satisfied through religion, which offers a path that has been trodden by many people before you. The precepts of religion can be learned without the need for analysis or inner searching. If you are drawn to such a path or already upon it, consider how you would feel if you questioned some of those precepts. Can you see the true face of the people whose authority you accept? Some of you guys might be thinking that like this company that you worked for, like, you know, this management or something, like these authoritative figures above you, you probably thought that they kind of left you out to dry when this whole thing happened, and you know, you probably got immediately laid off, and you're very worried about like, is my job secure once this is over? Is my job secure? Am I going to reunite with these people? Am I going to go back to this job? You know, I have friends there, or do I have to look for somewhere else or something else? Okay, so for some of you guys, I would say be wary for that. But for others of you, like I do see you moving forward, whether you're moving forward with this company that you were already working for, or if you decide to move on yourself and find something more stable, or maybe like this place you worked at, you liked it at first and it was really exciting, but maybe you lost motivation and you don't really care to work there anymore, and now that you've been laid off for this long, and you've gone this long without working, you might feel that this is a good way out and a good excuse to leave it, you know. Now compromise in the reverse. I feel like if you decide to leave this job behind, they might be a little sad to see you go, and maybe might offer to give you a raise or a higher position or something, and I feel like it's up to you. You may or may not accept it. Hey, stop it, cats. But yeah, you may or may not accept it. Or, you know, it could be a thing where like you already have a pretty important position, so it's like they need you there every single day. Like once this whole thing is over, they need you there every single day. Like you can't, like you have a very important position there, so it's like you either leave that company completely, or you only work there and don't work anywhere else, basically. Like I feel like there's not much room for compromise. This isn't like a part-time job. I feel like that this was actually like the first steps to your actual career. So you really don't have a choice to like, you know, do like, oh, this job and another job. I don't think you really can, you know, because you probably made decent money where you didn't have to work 2 jobs. This is the only job you had. Okay, so yeah. Either you're just like, look, I want to feel more secure in this job. When this happened, I got laid off immediately, and I was worried that I would even be called back, you know, so I want a raise, or I want like a promotion, so that I know that my job is secure, so I don't have to worry about this. If something like this were to happen again, I need to know my job is secure, and if I don't get an offer, I'm just gonna have to move forward and do something else. Okay, so I feel like this is up to you, because you definitely did feel this blow to your stability when this happened, you know. So yes, just demanding more security, or you walk, basically. And I don't think it's a job you really want to leave, but again, it probably was fun at first. You probably have some some friends there and everything, but you're just like, look, I really don't want to, I don't want to be somewhere where I don't feel secure or safe, so if I need to walk away, I will do so, okay? like, yeah, I will walk away, or you give me a promotion, you give me more money, so that, you know, because I have a lot of money to make up for now, or if you need me this badly and you want me to continue working for your company, please do that. Or if the entire company is getting up and moving somewhere else, I'm gonna need you guys to relocate me, because now it's a little further out of my way than the old place was. So I'm gonna need you guys to, you know, to give me some type of housing, or again a raise, so that I can actually buy a house in the city or whatever. Like I'm gonna need you guys to work with me here, because now I have to move, you know, or something like that. Okay, it's just something about moving. All right. So yes, thank you, pile number 3. I don't know why the career readings were so much shorter, but I feel like they're more to the point. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading, and let's see how long this was. Oh, that's actually not that bad. I keep thinking these readings are gonna be like 2 hours long, but all the career readings were like much shorter. So cool. So yeah.